So, I was watching a video yesterday while editing the other one. It was like, the top 10 songs to make you cry. And like one of the runners up was Afterlife by Avenged Sevenfold. And I was like, oh man, that really makes me cry. But the number one was Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. And I just went, and I'm ruined. Morning, it is 7:33. I'm freshly eating my breakfast because, oh, what happened last night? Well, so Aaron came home, normal time. We waited around because traffic. I mean, he gets home like rightfully at like 6 o'clock. And it's kind of just a pain in the butt to get out because rush hour has thoroughly moved itself to our area. So like if we wait till like 6:30, 6:45, things have calmed down a little bit. But right at 6 o'clock if we leave. If we have to go somewhere, we'll go. But so we waited a little bit, and then we went to P.F. Chang's and got, I needed meat. It sounds really strange because usually people are like, don't you eat meat a lot? No, I mean, when I say I need meat, I mean I need a plate full of meat. And usually people are going to have a steak. Or they're going to have like chicken breast or something like that. I eat beef. So my options of having a giant plate of meat that is cooked well enough are limited. So we wound up going to P.F. Chang's because their beef a la Sichuan is cooked well enough. Most Asian food, most Chinese food is small enough that you physically have to cook it that much. Usually it's the steaks, and I say well done, and there's still like some pink or a little pink in the middle, and I'm like, can you make this jerky? I would eat meat every day if I could have it every day as jerky, and I understand that it's a process to make. I'm addicted to jerky. I'm addicted to tough meat. Meat that's juicy is gross. And yeah, but anyways, so I had like the beef a la Sichuan, and then we tried to combine two side plates that we got the Sichuan style asparagus for a long time. And then I was like, well, let's get the wok charred Brussels sprouts. Because we had wok charred Brussels sprouts at Departure, and they were pretty good. But this was like, man, we like the wok charred Brussels sprouts, but the sauce is not spicy enough. So let's add in the Sichuan sauce from the asparagus to the wok charred Brussels. And we did that, and it wound up being just a little too spicy for Aaron. So other than that, it was really good. And then I came home and was like, crap, it's 8:30, I gotta do my physical therapy. So I went back to the gym, did my physical therapy for like 20 minutes, then came home and played some No Man's Sky for a while. Then I went to bed at like 11 o'clock and was drinking coffee. Yeah, I'm up pretty late this morning. First things first is this morning, I'm going straight to, I'm checking in with Willie. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. First thing starts, I should get clothes on. To the boys' game. He doesn't have practice with the Mafia until tomorrow. So he's going to be able to go to the boys' game today, which is at Hillsboro Stadium, which is a nice stadium. I don't know what team they're playing. Hopefully we get Miles on camera and crap and stuff. Hopefully, you know, yay, they win. And he'll be happy. Especially in front of like, I mean, I know he has a bigger bro, but like the bigger bro is Willie. If that makes any sense. He actually has a bigger bro. William. But when William was littler, he would look up to Willie. So Miles kind of picked up looking up to William, looking up to Willie. So it was, anyways, and they're kind of, because like Willie's the youngest in his family, so he gets that sort of experience. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get dressed. Because the house is a bit chilly, but not enough to turn on the heater. Alright, we're here at Hillsboro Stadium. The boys are playing on the baseball field that the Hops play on. Funny thing is, there's an old guy back there with a pipe and he's like smoking it, and I'm like, bro, don't. You can't smoke on these grounds. And I realized, wait a second, he probably voted for Trump. He's so backwards. I'm still trying to figure out how to get in this place. Willie's, I probably parked way far away from it, but there wasn't any parking up here anyway, so I still don't know if I could park an electric vehicle slot. I wish this camera definitely had what time zoom I'm at to see Miles way over there.
There you go.
It's offsides. Yeah, I was gonna say. You're about to let homeboy false start and be like, he's in motion. I don't know about that ref, you know.
So was it Glencoe they were going against?
We played Liberty. Tucker.
Does that mean you gonna have William out, or is he on varsity?
Either way, Thursday or Friday. They're playing.
Oh, right, because you guys play both in the same week.
You sophomore?
I think so.
Shim played like all game last night.
Good.
Only like kick return. He stole a kick return from Edie. I was dying. I was God damn it. He's like, what's Shim doing? I was like, stealing a kick return. What was the deep ball? Good.
Yeah. Great arc. I was really hoping the receiver was gonna get it.
Probably did and just stopped it on the way down.
Well, that game ended technically worse than the Roosevelt one. This was 42-0. That one, at least they had last game they had at least 17 points on the board. It was like 52-17. So, but yeah, we're not over there hanging out to the thing because some of us have tempers and would probably go after their coaches. Well, that, and they're just they're talking forever, like the Glencoe team, that's like the next one that's playing. The kid's already...
The Glencoe team's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Jeez, get a case!
I don't have a case, obviously.
But yeah, like, it's the Glencoe kids up there. They already came over here and talked. And the fucking bees are having fun with me today. But yeah, they're over there talking. And it's just like, oh my God, what's going on? Well, like McMinnville's getting ready to go, and then other Glencoe. I'm losing track of ages. I don't know which ones are which.
Didn't tell them that, and I'm guaranteeing you that's what happened.
At practice, why he wasn't starting?
Because he told the coaches that they were shit.
He mouthed off to a coach?
Yeah, I guarantee you he told the coaches they were shit.
It was probably because they wanted to do that triple read option. He goes, that is not going to work. Like, you're getting smart with me, boy. Or something like that. I don't know why they were... Like, the moment you explain the triple read, or the triple option, or whatever, I was just like, I'd watch it, and then I'd watch it, I'm like, this is not working. This is... You know, I couldn't figure out why they were doing that. But yeah, Miles is... The younger boy is now tall. Like, just wait till you see William. I'm not sure where William was today, but... You'll see him next week, probably. He's probably just being a teenage boy and wanted to sleep in. But you'll see him next week, and it's just like, you're gonna be like, stop being so big. Because like I saw him last week, and I was like, oh, what are you? Of course, then again, I also was like, couldn't figure out what was going on with the Roosevelt kids either. So on my way up from the car, there's some people moving in upstairs. Not upstairs from us, but there's 4 apartments up there. I'm still not sure which ones it is. It might be, I don't know.
but they're like taking up most of the staircase over there because they're moving in, I guess you can call big ticket items. Like, I'm not sure what they were moving in, a tabletop or like a framed picture. But they were holding it kind of sideways like a tabletop, and it was covered in a blanket. So it makes me think maybe a glass tabletop or something. It also could have been a framed picture. If it was a framed picture, it's slightly larger than my Star Trek Into Darkness poster.
Damn.
Yeah. And what I mean by framed is it could even be just put on like backboard or something.
Yeah.
Or, God forbid, oh no. No, it didn't have anything sticking up. God forbid they're moving a game board of like Risk or Warhammer 40K. I'm like, no, they would have. The guys look definitely hipster. Like, one of them is overtly hipster, and it's really annoying. I just want to go out there and, like, just go up to his face, put the camera right here, and be like, how many vinyl albums do you own? It's like noon 30-ish. Aaron is horribly backlit by the sun.
Yeah. It's super bright outside.
It got that way at 11:21. Like, the sun finally cooked everything off. It was just gray and gray and gray. And then at like 11:20, I pulled out my phone to open up Pokemon while we walked all the way back to the car so I could hit a couple of Pokestops that are at Hillsboro Stadium. And it was just like, I looked at my phone, 11:21, and then all of a sudden it was just like, I could just, we went from,
Game's over.
yeah, maybe run one of my alts through. The older rage, the cataclysm rage. Since I came home and I was like, okay, I've been up for 5 hours. I'm hungry. Let's. Aaron's eating breakfast right now. Or just got done.
Yeah.
So.
I just got up, but I've been awake for a couple hours.
I saw when you were liking and reacting to my Facebook statuses. Whether or not you do it or not, but that's how that's like on practice mornings and stuff if I figure out if you're awake. Because I'll usually post something early in the morning while I'm waiting for Willie, and then you'll like it later, and that's when I know you've gotten up. It's also bad when I don't post anything, and I'm like, I don't know if Aaron's gotten awake or not. Ugh. World of Warcraft! So Aaron and I are having kind of conversation over like version numbers of stuff, because we went by a GameStop that was a really, really tiny store and had one of those really, really annoying bells when you get in the door. They sounded like a porn store. And you're like, but it was like so high pitched and screechy. It was like, it hurt my ear. But anyways, so I picked up Madden 17 just to have a new Madden game. Yeah, but because the PlayStation Store currently has it for $69.99, like $70.
Well, that's probably the new one.
No, that is Madden 17 with Gronk on the cover. I'm gonna pull up the store right now. Maybe $69.99. It is certainly not the $10 I spent for that.
Yeah.
And when I say $10, I mean the fact that I live in Oregon and don't have sales tax and handed the guy a $10 bill and he gave me a penny that I didn't want. Too bad we can't do that in these worlds where I can just like flick the penny back at him. I actually really did pull it out of my pocket and flick it, but I'm not really good at flicking it because you're not allowed to do that in society. Exactly. I'm gonna have to practice it because you can't flick pennies at people. Before I go to the gym and take care of my stuff, physical therapy and some cardio, I'm going to get initial setup stuff done. If you guys want, put your PlayStation 4 gamertag down below and I will. Mississippi State and Georgia. Sweet. Better turn that off before the NCAA decides it's going to cancel my YouTube account because I don't know. Apparently someone else is getting harped on about their YouTube account. The problem is, before, with Destroying, he was a current athlete. And I was like, well, seriously. This guy hadn't been an athlete for a year. And I don't know.
And they're, forcibly demonetizing his videos?
Yeah. And so that's what's going on with it. So let's head on to the store really fast. Fine. I have to navigate a menu. Search. Which means if I can use the D-pad, I'm good to go. I can WASD, Christ. Besides, this thing gets great because it starts like sucking down the letters you can use. Okay, so Madden NFL Standard Edition.
2016. Or 2018, sorry.
Yeah, the one with Tom Brady on it. There.
$60.
$60.
2018 GOAT Squads.
GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Oh.
Squads Edition. $79.99. Madden NFL 17
Deluxe.
Deluxe.
$60.
$60. And then points. Pro Pack Bundle. 15 All Pro Pack Bundle. Super Deluxe version for Madden NFL 17.
$90.
$90. We'll go back after I pull this up. Madden NFL 17, which is what I have.
Yeah.
You moved it, didn't you? No, I
you
did. $40. So it's $40. Yeah. And so Aaron's now looking like he knows I spent $10 on it and it's $40 here. I got it 25% off because I decided to physically go to a store.
No. You got it 75% off.
Oh, right, 75% off. I got it for 25% of the price.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So you want to know what the Super Deluxe version?
$90. What warrants $50 more? Bonus content including
15 Madden NFL Ultimate Team All Pro Packs to build your dream team of NFL favorites from the past and the present and lead them to gridiron glory in Madden Ultimate Team. So basically you can take any player you want from all time and basically make a fantasy team. So that's what Super Deluxe version does. Let's go back to regular, get the deets on this.
it just totally skips the first bit.
Yeah, but this allows you to take your team, do your stuff, and whatnot. See, and then it's got two bundles, the Deluxe and the Super Deluxe. Okay, so the Deluxe Edition is receive bonus content, 14 Madden NFL Ultimate Team Pro Packs to build your dream team, past and present. 15 Madden NFL Ultimate Team All Pro Packs.
What about add-ons? Because those will tell us what Pro Packs are.
150 points, 500 points, 1050 points, 2200 points, 2800 points.
It's just points.
Oh, here's Pro Packs. Start building your NFL Dream Team.
7 Ultimate Team Pro Pack.
I'm taking a wild guess that these are like booster cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, the last one I played was Madden 13. So if this stuff got added on, whatever, I gotta back out before I accidentally.
It's DLC.
It's DLC, but I gotta back out before I buy something because I only have 2 cents in my wallet. Mom gave me a gift card a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I used it fully.
Yep.
So I'm gonna pop this.
Ooh, hey, Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, it says try 1 week free.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be like Netflix where they're just gonna all release it at once?
Don't think so.
We're gonna have to We're gonna have to do that. Are they at least airing the thing tomorrow on CBS?
No.
So all these people that are hyped up there, they're gonna be able to watch at least the first episode, are gonna be grossly disappointed when CBS doesn't air it tomorrow.
From what I've heard, they aren't going to air the first episode. I'll check.
And I've got people that are like, well, why aren't you rich enough to afford it? Because I'm like, I'm not a weirdo.
Because we have other priorities, including a car.
Well, they have cars. They also have like dual income.
Yeah.
You know? Like if I worked and got as much money as you, we'd probably get it. 8 o'clock?
Yep.
1 hour? 2 hours?
Goes until it's 1 hour 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Let me get this disc in, and then I'll head to the gym. So yeah, put your things below, or if you're not comfortable with that, go to the Facebook page of the vlogs, which is a link below. It's the Gay Geeks of PDX Facebook page, and just send me a message on there, because I'll get it, and then we'll figure out adding, because if you guys have Madden 17, we can apparently play? I don't know, I might even live stream this over on the gaming channel somehow. Once I get to the point where I'm not I'm better at it. So, I was going to wear my Eindhoven Raptor shirt tomorrow, meaning I was going to take it off before I went to the gym, and I forgot to. So now it is soak. It went, you know how there's like two types of navy blue?
Yeah.
It went from one to the other. It's also probably twice as heavy. And Aaron finds it gross if I say, here, hold my sweaty stuff.
Can't imagine why.
Because he ain't that much of a guy. But
Where is the raid entrance?
down, behind you, down, right there.
Ah, thank you.
He's doing all the raids.
I'm just going through every raid.
He's going through every raid. Because it's sort of like he was doing cuticlism and he got a couple mounts and then he went through, and then I think you just got the wild hair to go do molten core and you're like, that's cool. And you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
He just sort of got himself on a roll. Then he did Black Wing Layer. Then he did AQ, which he wasn't able to kill one boss. Doesn't do frost damage. That mechanic's still in there. And the thing is, like, it sucks because they put a pet on him. I didn't have a water bottle at the gym, but regardless. So, my Facebook status, which Aaron liked, but other people are laughing at, including Philip, the hockey player, and Delvin, the Brazilian linebacker. Someone throw a flag on me. My fingers are used to different button style than Madden. And in this case, as I figured out with Willie, I'm used to a Minecraft style button setup. Why is the middle linebacker way back in the end zone? Because any tilt of the joystick makes him run at full speed and a back pedal turned into a sprint. And I'm like, oh God, where did he go? And then the ball was thrown. How he got back to the end zone, I'm still going through tutorials. But the button, like I couldn't figure out, like I told Willie, I was like, stupid me, I keep trying to hit square or X to like sprint or to run or to dash or anything. He goes, no, it's R2 like it is in every sports game. And I'm like, why would you put it on R2? You just need to dash. He's like, well, if you need a full bore sprint. And I was like, yeah, but you just click L3 for that. That just toggles something and clicks it. You don't have to hold a button. We kind of went over the whole thing because and even in Kingdom Hearts, I'm used to like square being a dodge roll, which to an extent is a tackle. But I tell you this, my guy was belly flopping a lot. Like, oh, over there, dodge roll. Man, you take a long time to get back up from belly flopping on the ground in the middle of the field. Thank God they were tutorials and I wasn't doing it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to throw the ball over here. Oh no, the middle linebacker's right there. But middle linebacker just belly flopped on the ground. And I'm holding my controller up in the air, sounded like one of the sand people. Just... I was gonna swing by like Mickey D's because I thought Willie. Okay, so Willie said, "Hey, do you want to come over and I'll show you how to play the game?" I'm like, "Sure." It'd probably help to be in person rather than just sort of try to figure it out on my own, because it's a completely different button setup. However, he says all like first-person shooters and sports games are kind of set up the same. But I'm like, yeah, but RPGs and Minecraft adventure-style games are completely different, and that's what I'm used to.
We lead such hard lives.
Right. These are literally first world gamer problems. So, yeah.
I just call them first world problems. Because by the time you get to World 2, you figured it all out.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. There are a lot of people that get through Final Fantasy and are still like, I don't know how to play the game in Final Fantasy 7 rocks. Something like that. They're still just like slogging through like they got some dead, like Peter Griffin when he had half body paralysis. What?
Well, I took a taxi. I'm just kind of sitting here. Took a flight point.
Yeah. Where were you going?
Blade's Edge. Rule.
Oh. I think you need to Alt F4 or quit. Anyways, so I don't know if I'm going to get together with Willie tonight. It's already 8 o'clock. I'm getting a smidge hungry because the last thing I ate was pasta, and I don't want to be sipping on coffee. Which means I should not pick it up. I really, by and large, have not had much protein, but I can always protein shake that. But I probably should actually have real protein, per se, like meat with a little bit of fat, not just cheese and noodle, and then peanut butter and sugar and bread. Like, in terms of my protein, I have had jack squat today. So, we're gonna figure that one out. Morning. I'm,
heading off to the gym here. I had a very, very restful sleep. Probably the first time I've ever marked 5 stars on Samsung Health. Well, like 12:10 to 7:20 or something like that. I don't even remember going to sleep. I was just laying down on the bed, and just like do. And then like I woke up and I was like, oh my god, it's past 7. And then I stayed in bed till like 8 though. But I was browsing my phone. But yeah, I'm heading to the gym now because I digged around talking with Leo actually. I don't talk to him much. He's like 18, 19, and he lives in Bavaria. So he wanted to talk about cleats, and so I took pictures of my cleats and like why I use these rather than like other ones. He prefers ankle protection versus, you know, me, because he just prefers ankle protection, so he goes with different cleats. Anyways, but that's why, and then because of him is why I posted that I'm taking the sport of football less for granted. Because there are people out there that have like nothing. And I understand that it's like you shouldn't take your food for granted because there are people that are starving out there. Well, I get it. But when you're over in Germany, I mean, yeah, they play big games that have like massive crowds for like the German Bowl, but when it comes down to not playing in the actual GFL, like in Stuttgart or Schwäbisch Hall or Munich, you're kind of playing with like a group of maybe 30 guys, and it's very similar to how we have semi-pro here. Woke up this morning to a lot of comments on a couple videos, and I'm just like, children. There's a card if you guys want to go read the comments of Friday's video. Oh my god, it's great. Some people are like, man, you run like you really are gay. What? Are you like an expert on how gay men run? But anyways, so I'm heading to the gym. I gotta do chest. I did not take a protein shake, but I do have water for cardio. But it's just like, I talk to him, and I also forget, in Germany, when you look at the maps and you look at Munich, and then you zoom out a little bit and you see like Munich to Augsburg to Landsberg to Munich, and it's like a triangle of freeways, and you're like, wow, those are really far apart. And then you look down at the key and the legend, you're like, oh, they're like 20 miles apart. And there are people like, oh my god, that's so far away. I drive like 30 to get to my mom's house across the metro area. Like, we have sprawling metropolitans here, and that's why I'm like, you know what? They have like 20 teams in Bavaria within an hour's drive of at least like Augsburg, Munich, that area. Within like an hour, they have like 20 teams. We have a lot here too. We have the Scallies down in Salem, and we've got, the Cobras, which is about an hour north, a little less, but there's nothing at the hour north. They're that, and then going out east, it's like, we've got Raiders and Pit Bulls, and then like a number of PNFL teams, but I'm not necessarily sure if those they are teams, but they're managed by a governing body rather than, there are a lot of people here for a Sunday morning. Ha! Everyone's at church! So yeah, I'm heading into the gym. There's a Crunch Fitness! I understand that each Crunch Fitness is a little different, but mine here is amazing. So if you're one of those people that that lives in the Beaverton, Aloha area, and you want to work out, I'll come here. I've been in here twice a day sometimes. I haven't been in 3 times a day. That's a bit excessive, but usually I try to combine my trips. I shop at Fred Meyer's, so I'm used to one-stop shopping. So when I go to the gym, I try to do it all at once. But sometimes adult life gets in the way, and you have to cardio at like 7:30 at night. I'm going to try to get into like doing cardio early in the morning. They open at 5 on weekdays, but that's the thing, is if I come in and do physical therapy and then do cardio, I might miss waking Aaron up on time, and that's what sucks. Alright, so I've changed shirts because, ickiness of cardio. It was only 15 minutes, but when you're going that hard, I was melting.
Yeah.
How did your morning go?
Went pretty well. I did WoW, cleared out the Broken Isles for World Quests, and did the first 2 wings of Raid Finder Emerald Nightmare.
Just to get your kind of achievement thingies out of the way?
Achievements, and I have leftover quests that I never did.
Just be aware that some of those quests need you to actually do normal mode.
Yeah.
And that's for the artifact.
These are mostly, I'm tired of having the dude next to my map have a question mark over his head.
Those are typically ones you get from your missions.
But yeah, I'm just working on clearing out quests because every now and then I'll do something and wind up with too many quests and can't accept new ones.
Yeah, Druid and Shaman are having that problem. Because I use the app and just do missions, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's get that mission out of the way. And then I build up like so many of these extra quests. And I'm like, I don't want to run Raid Finder, so I literally just get rid of them. I don't care.
Yeah, I've been following the chat on Discord. There are a few raids going on, but I think we're going to get grocery shopping done and then check out raids.
Oh, I was planning to do the raids before grocery shopping.
Oh, okay. Then I will figure out what's going on.
Yeah, and I'll take the camera in case we have to like skedaddle off to someplace far unknown lands of Beaverton. Apparently there's an uptown in this area, and I was like, I didn't realize we were that fancy. So we found a Tyranitar raid. Leave it to Pokemon people to give us the exact place we were going, which is not where Google thinks it is. Because I'm like, I don't know where this park is. So I asked Google to give me directions to this park. And Google gave me directions to a park effectively 6 blocks away from where we were supposed to be. And these greenways aren't even connected. Like, it's not like it's one big giant park and it put us somewhere different. Yeah. And I was like, well, that's weird. But we wound up finding a Tyranitar one. And I was like the only yellow person in the entire thing. So I got like no extra balls or anything. And yeah, I did not catch it because it was jumping up and down like a pogo stick on methamphetamines. Why is there a food truck here? Want to ask them real fast, like what the deal is? It's Greek, so there's euros. We're full on pizza. But if this is a significant staple, I'm going to be very happy.
No solid answer on the why, but they've been here since like Wednesday, and today's the last day.
Oh, okay. I guess that's saying something when I'm amazed that Aaron gave me an answer to the question faster than they told it to him. Because I watched on the camera, and by the time you walked away to go get it and like walked up to the window, there was like a minute that went by while you were a minute or a minute and a half at that window, and you told me the answer in like 6 seconds. So that's why I was like, wow, that person must talk real slow. So they've like in a weird way, they've screwed up the clothing section to me, because we are actually currently in the section where all the Nike stuff would be, and the sports stuff. And this is like where jeans are at now, but I can't figure out where they would put all their like fission shirts. I mean, like, the young men's screen tees are right back there on that table, but that's like t-shirts with stuff on them. That's again screen print tees. Oh, there they are. They're on the wall. Kaponk. Kaponk. I do not steer well with my left hand. Crew neck. Okay, so is that Carolina blue or something else?
Pretty close. It's more tealish.
Get color wrong. But it's like I put things up so high now, and I'm like, Of course, freaking giraffe over there is not. Finally, things are at my level. Something's screaming over there. It's probably the Halloween stuff. Yeah. Morning, morning. It's literally, I walked out of the house and my egg hatched. I almost paced around the apartment. The Tyranitar. It's a pulpit. Little guy. He's still 502, and I have like 84 candies. I'm waiting for like 125 so that I can just like evolve one guy all the way up. The problem is, anyways, so we got our pallets tempted by Star Trek last night. The football game was good, but I've seen better.
And for once, I'm glad that we're on the West Coast for programming.
Yes, because, well, it's also, looking at that score, they were not going to go into overtime. By the time I was like, it's 7:30. Ooh, and people were complaining about a game going into overtime, yada yada. And I looked at the score and went, this game is not going into overtime.
Yeah. East Coast, no. East Coast, the game went into overtime and delayed the start, and everyone who DVR'd it only got like a third of the show. Central, the game went into overtime, which pushed Oprah, and so people got 2/3 of an hour of Oprah and 1/3 of the show.
Something like that.
And everyone was complaining, and we just watched it at the right time.
While I completely understand, I'm geeky enough, I understand why the Klingons look the way they look. Because this is in the Prime universe. Right, yes. I believe this is, yeah, because that's the way that ship looked, and by that time they would have already looked,
Different.
they would have already looked different if this were in alternate universe. This is in the Prime universe, and I understand why the Klingons look that way. Is that every single one of them does not know how to talk with their teeth in.
Okay.
Every freaking one of them. I'm like, how many Klingons did we see talk in Deep Space Nine? And there was only like one of them that didn't really, and one of the actors that didn't know how to talk with teeth in his mouth.
Yeah.
Worf knew how to do it. He had to sharpen his teeth in a couple episodes. You saw that he was wearing, a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Because he was still full Klingon. He wasn't half Klingon like B'Elanna, who could technically have human teeth.
Yeah.
Gowron still talked normally. Martok still talked normally, but this guy's like... I'm like, thank you for the subtitles. I wouldn't even know that this guy... Like, at first I was like, it sounds like Klingon, but it sounds like the guy has a mouth... Oh my god. Also, that ship is weird looking. It does have a battlecruiser style look to it with the little wings and like the neck that sticks out and whatnot, but I don't. Also, this one had I could tell that it had way too many lens flare things even. It wasn't even J.J. Abrams, but there was still a lot of lens flare shit happening.
Yeah.
And I was not very pleased, especially during the space sequence when she was flying towards the rift thing.
And I can understand it there.
When she's going towards the rift, I get it. When she's like trying to look at, when she's trying to avoid looking at the binary system, cool. But like, I don't need it inside the ship.
Yeah.
Although
it made sense there.
It made sense, especially when the bright light was happening. There should be lens flares all over the place. But like...
And that's the only time I noticed it.
Yeah, I noticed it a lot of places. Now, the weird thing that I'm not sure a lot of people noticed, the bridge is on the bottom.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, Aaron was wondering about that. The bridge is on the bottom of the saucer section, not the top like it is in every other ship. And so, that made a little bit of sense, but I can definitely see how some people were like, complain that the woman captain gets a, like, it'll be on Tumblr most likely, and they're gonna be like that they're chiding women by putting their bridge on the bottom. I'm like, stop. I mean, I do like the fact that she keeps a telescope in her ready room.
Yeah.
I think Picard at one point had like an astrolabe. I'm trying to remember, he did or something like that.
Something.
Yeah, he had his shout out to maritime tradition. But I can definitely tell that they did a good job, like, wetting our palate, I guess is the term.
Yeah.
Because they kind of stopped at the key moment, too. Right as the bunch of Klingon ships warped in.
Yeah.
Although, I will have to say, I like the new warp sequence. I like the way it looks in the warp when we first saw it in the beginning of the episode, where it actually looks like light is being bent and streaming by, rather than just, like, long Windows screensaver. But when those ships warped in, the Klingon ships, they warped in very precisely. When they kind of did the little pan through at the very end to show all the Klingon ships, some of them were within like grappler range of the other ship, and none of them that I know of moved. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah.
They warped in too close to each other very precisely. I understand that Kirk and all that stuff, when they did it, they warped inside Titan's atmosphere in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's still a very big area. This is like, you gotta warp in. Yeah, that was a little worrisome, especially when we saw the preview of the next episode and the Federation ships don't come in anywhere close to each other. Now, if they'd all decloaked next to each other, okay, I'd get that one. But they literally warped in.
Klingon ships can see each other when they're in cloak, right?
Yeah.
How?
Kind of like, because they don't see each other. They know where each other are.
But do they use like a subspace signal
Yeah.
to track each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's because they know the cloaking frequency. No, it's sort of like we have a bunch of cloaked ships. Technically, it's physically America does.
Yeah.
But we still know where our ships are,
Okay.
even though we can't necessarily track them with radar. And obviously, even with those ships, people say, "Oh, when you visibly get close, you can't really do anything. We can't really actively bend light."
Yeah.
But the benefit is you can fool the scanners from far away. So
Okay.
that way they don't see anything. And that's and cloaking does work by bending light, and it does work far better when you're sitting still, because that way, as they...
You don't get the ripple on the edge.
You don't get the ripple during movement, and you don't have, especially if you can shut down your engines, because in Star Trek 6, that's how they found it. They did searcher in a torpedo, they tracked its tailpipe, and they shot a torpedo up its butt. That's why when they came out with the Enterprise A in Star Trek Online, it came with an emission tracking torpedo.
Oh.
Yeah. It just had intense accuracy, and I think could find cloaked ships. Anyways, so, but like that ship could probably sit there for a long time. But the thing is, I mean, I'm kind of curious. They want to have peace. It's probably because at that point the Klingon race is dying.
This is
The first time.
Yeah, this is taking place before TOS, but after Enterprise.
Yeah,
Okay.
10 years. This is definitively after the event where they started ripple their forehead with Soong and stuff, and that's why these guys are kicked off and they're not necessarily able to go to the home world, and why the Klingons are not cool with being around the outsiders, because they're mutants and they don't like the look.
The thing I didn't like, and I don't know if it was just like actual in-universe makeup, the shiny black face paint.
Could have been the lighting. It could have been the person's natural skin.
That was not skin tone.
Like I said, it could have been based on the lighting. It could have also been with sometimes weird times HD makeup can do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They tend to, and this is silly because they use it for other times, but typically if they're going to have a regular cast member that's of a darker skin, they get a darker skin, like Michael Dorn is black.
Yeah.
The guy who plays on Orville,
Yeah.
the guy who plays the first officer, he is black.
Yeah.
It's just easier to kind of blend the head color into that. You don't have to put so much makeup other than the actual stuff needed for camera.
Right.
But the problem is the guy that plays that Klingon, that was mainly, is that the guy you were mainly talking about?
The guy who was monologuing at the start.
Yeah, the main Klingon, the ritual guy who is, he's actually white.
Yeah.
So there may have been a makeup issue with that.
And again, I definitely get the this person looks different thing. Have all of the Klingons just be jet black, and then the one Klingon of no house be albino.
That was part of the message that Star Trek runs, that it was... It's...
It was heavy-handed.
Yes.
It was heavy-handed for Star Trek.
No, not for the original series.
Okay.
Oh, the camera's dying.
Oh, battery, wow.
Yeah.
Bye.